A Course in Miracles audio lessons, lesson 187. I bless the world because I bless myself. Paragraph 1. No one can give unless he has. In fact, giving is proof of having. We have made this point before. We have a footnote that says, unless he gives, he will not know he has, for giving is the proof of having. That is in chapter 29, section 4, paragraph 1 and verse 6. And also in lesson 159, paragraph 1, line 6 and 7. To give is how to recognize you have received. It is the proof that what you have is yours. End of footnote. What seems to make it hard to credit is not this. No one can doubt that you must first possess what you would give. It is the second phase on which the world and true perception differ. Having had and given, then the world asserts that you have lost what you possessed. The truth maintains that giving will increase what you possess. Paragraph 2. How is this possible? For it is sure that if you give a finite thing away, your body's eyes will not perceive it yours. Yet we have learned that things but represent the thoughts which make them. And we have a footnote that says, in chapter 5, section 1, paragraph 7, line 6, if you can accept the concept that the world is one of ideas, the whole belief in the false association with the ego, which the ego has made between giving and losing, is gone. And in the same chapter and section, paragraph 8, lines 2 to 5, it says, thoughts increase by being given away. The more who believe in them, the stronger they become. Everything is an idea. How then is it possible that giving and losing can be meaningfully associated? End of footnote. And we do not lack for proof that when we give ideas away, we strengthen them in our own minds. Perhaps the form in which the thought seems to appear is changed in giving, yet it must return to him who gives. Nor can the form it takes be less acceptable. It must be more. We have a footnote that says, the logic here is this. Physical things represent ideas. A thing is an idea that has taken form. Thus, when you give a thing away, you are also giving away the idea it represents. And when you give an idea away, you strengthen it in your mind. Thus, when you give a physical thing away, you strengthen in your mind the idea it represents. Since the idea is still with you, it will now take a new form. Perhaps a new physical thing will appear in your life, or a particular event will happen, or a new person will appear in your life, or the idea will come in some other form. And this new form will actually be more acceptable to you than was the thing you gave away, because it represents an idea that has grown in strength. Being stronger, the idea will now take a more useful form. End of footnote. Paragraph 3. Ideas must first belong to you before you give them. If you are to save the world, you first accept salvation for yourself. You will not believe that this is done until you see the miracles it brings to everyone you look upon. Herein is the idea of giving clarified and given meaning. Now you can perceive that by your giving is your store increased. Paragraph 4. Protect all things you value by the act of giving them away, and you are sure that you will never lose them. What you thought you did not have is thereby proven yours, yet value not its form, for this will change and grow unrecognizable in time, however much you try to keep it safe. No form endures. To value form is but to worship death. It is the thought behind the form of things that lives unchangeable. Paragraph 5. Give gladly, you can only gain thereby. The thought remains and grows in strength as it is reinforced by giving. Thoughts extend as they are shared, for they cannot be lost. There is no giver and receiver in the sense the world conceives of them. There is a giver who retains, another who will give as well. And both must gain in this exchange, for each will have the thought in form most helpful to him. What he seems to lose is always something he will value less than what will surely be returned to him. Paragraph 6. Never forget you gave but to yourself. Who understands what giving means must laugh at the idea of sacrifice. Nor can he fail to recognize the many forms that sacrifice may take. He laughs at as well at pain and loss, at sickness and at grief, at poverty, starvation, and at death. He recognizes sacrifice remains the one idea that stands behind them all, and in this are they healed. Paragraph 7. Illusion recognized must disappear. Accept not suffering, and you remove the thought of suffering. Your blessing lies on everyone who suffers when you choose to see all suffering as what it is. The thought of sacrifice gives rise to all the forms that suffering appears to take. And sacrifice is an idea so mad that sanity dismisses it at once. Paragraph 8. Neither believe that you can sacrifice. There is no place for sacrifices in what has any value. If the thought occurs, its very presence proves that error has arisen and correction must be made. Your blessing will correct it. Given first to you, it now is yours to give as well. No form of sacrifice and suffering can long endure before the face of one who has forgiven and has blessed himself. Paragraph 9. The lilies that your brother offers you are laid upon your altar, with the ones you offer him beside them. Who could fear to look upon such lovely holiness? The great illusion of the fear of God diminishes to nothingness before the purity that you will look on here. Be not afraid to look. The blessedness you will behold will take away all thought of form and leave instead the perfect gift forever there, forever to increase, forever yours, forever given away. Paragraph 10. Now are we one in thought, for fear has gone, and here, before the altar to one God our Father, one Creator, and one thought, we stand together as one Son of God. Not separate from Him who is our source, not distant from one brother who is part of our one self, whose innocence has joined us all as one. We stand in blessedness and give as we received. The name of God is on our lips, and as we look within, we see the purity of heaven shine in our reflection of our Father's love. Paragraph 11. We are blessed, and now we bless the world. And we have a footnote that says, this clarifies the idea for the day. How do we bless ourselves? We come in meditation before the holy altar within us, where are laid the lilies of forgiveness we have given our brother and he has given us. There we stand united with all our brothers and with our Father. There we find such purity in ourselves that we know we are truly blessed. This is how we bless ourselves, by coming to the altar within us. Having thus been blessed, we then take that blessing and give it to the world. End of footnote. What we have looked upon we would extend, for we would see it everywhere. We would behold it shining with the grace of God in everyone. We would not have it be withheld from anything we look upon. And to ensure this holy sight is ours, we offer it to everything we see. For where we see it, it will be returned to us in form of lilies we can lay upon our altar, making it a home for innocence itself, who dwells in us and offers us his holiness as ours. End of lesson 187. I bless the world because I bless myself. Enjoy your practice.